We're just gonna wait to start this video. It's wonderful. Yeah, so our host is running just a tad bit late, connection issues. So I'm just going to go ahead and start while we wait for Monique. I'm just going to start by introducing myself and giving you a bit of background of who I am. And then, of course, Monique will join us so she can take over as our host because I'm sure she'll be wonderful. And thank you for everyone who is here. Yeah, so Monique just wrote, please give me 5 minutes. Excellent. So I'll go ahead and start with introducing myself. So, welcome to everybody who is joining. I really appreciate your support and your love. It's been a long time coming, so I'm super excited for this launch. Yeah, so my name is Stella Mpisi. That's my pen name. I am originally from the Democratic Republic of Congo, but I was born and grew up in South Africa, although I did spend a couple of years in Congo as well. So by profession, I am an accountant. I work full time as an accountant, and but my real love is writing and creating content. So I've been a writer for as long as I can remember. I'm an author, and I'm also a digital content creator. So that's what I do after hours. That's what I do when most of y'all are still sleeping. I'm up there and creating content. I love doing that. And so, yeah, I founded Her Majesty Congo. I think it was in June or July this year. The lockdown sort of gave me the push I needed because it's a project that I'd been working on for quite some time, but I never really got the time or sort of like the courage to go ahead and put myself out there like that. So that's when Her Majesty Congo started. So, yeah, while I wait for Monique, my host, to join us, she's having a few connection issues. I'm just going to go ahead and explain to you guys why Her Majesty Congo was created, and also just tell you what it actually is, because maybe some of you aren't very clear as to what Her Majesty Congo is. So, basically, just I'm going to it's fast forward, so I'm going to go back a bit and explain sort of where the vision came from. So when I was 10 years old, my parents died in a car accident on the same day. And so I grew up an orphan. From the age of 10, I didn't have mom, I didn't have dad. And so growing up without parents was challenging in so many levels. I mean, you name them. But I think the thing that was really difficult for me was being able to connect not being able to connect with my mom, and not being able to have her to sort of show me the ropes through my teenagers and even through my early adulthood till now. And so growing up that way, it was I sort of had Google as my mother. Not to discredit any of my aunts or the wonderful women in my life, but there was that lack. I mean, no one can replace your mother and that bond you have with your mom. And so that I did not have, unfortunately. And I grew up googling a lot of things and making a lot of mistakes as well, and just lacking that maternal support. So what I realized when I was googling a lot of these things, like even when it had to do with menstrual cycles, with boys, with I don't know anything that had to do with sort of being a woman, and specifically a Congolese woman outside of Congo, I didn't really know how to navigate things, and the things I googled sort of was sort of like for the West, and it didn't really cater to my specific modern Congolese issues. And so I told myself that I wanted to create, at the time, I thought it was going to be like an online mom sort of situation, whereby Congolese women or African women in general really could just log in and find answers to their questions, but things that were answered in a way that would fit the African or the Congolese context. And so that's where, at the time, it was called the Online Mom Was Born, and it was a project that was there for so long. But I didn't have the time nor really the courage to sort of begin the thing. So this year, lockdown did its things, working from home and feeling hella motivated. Everyone out there saying, "Oh, now I'm reading 3 books a day," and all of that stuff. I'm like, "Damn, girl! Like, I have to do something. This project has been in my mind for like 10 years. Like, let's do it, you know." And so I thought about it. I pondered, and I said, "You know what? The biggest issue I had was not getting Congolese women and not getting how they operate. So I'm going to create something for Congolese women. And so that's where Her Majesty Congo began. And so Her Majesty Congo is a platform on which Congolese women can come together and share experiences and knowledge. So that someone else who's sitting in, I don't know, the UK and someone who's sitting in South Africa, they can both come together and sort of learn from each other and learn from their experiences. Hey.
Is it better now?
I think so, yeah. Now we can see you a lot clearer, so I think it's better now.
Okay, I'm glad. So we can start.
Yay! Yay, yay, yay. Go ahead.
So, yes. Hi, guys. My name is Monica Bear, and I'll be your host for today's launch, Her Majesty Congo. And yeah, let's get right into it. Can you hear me?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. So, hello to everybody that is joining us. I'm super excited for today. I hope that you all stay glued. We have a lot of things up our sleeve today. And yeah, we're so excited to be here. I'm going to be interviewing Stella. She's the founder of Her Majesty Congo. And she's going to tell us a bit about what it's all about. And yeah, let's get right into it.
Awesome. So I just saw someone commented that no one will see, but I think that even Her Majesty Congo followers will see that I'm live, so that's not an issue. For Sandrine who asked, so that's just to let you know. Yeah, so Her Majesty Congo, I was explaining when we first started the live how it all started, and I'll let you guys check that out page. I won't go back on that. But basically, Her Majesty Congo is a platform or a sisterhood on which women of Congolese descent can come together and share their life experiences and their knowledge in order to uplift one another and in order to guide each other through the complexities of modern Congolese womanhood. So basically, you know how you're not sure of something and like you don't necessarily want to ask your aunt, your mom, or whatever, and you like go and Google. Sometimes what you find online is not really catered to the Congolese way. So Her Majesty Congo is a platform or blog on which you'll find different topics tackling womanhood, but with the specificity of Congolese womanhood. And as well as we'll be interviewing different women in the Congolese community who are making a real change within their different industries. And we also, it's basically just to promote the Congolese women and to guide the Congolese women to be together as a community. So, in a nutshell, that's what Her Majesty Congo is.
Oh, wow. So, what can you tell us about, what inspired this whole page, this whole blog, this whole Her Majesty Congo? What inspired you to start it?
Yeah, so I was saying previously, before you joined the live, is that I grew up an orphan. So from the age of 10, I had no dad and no mom. They both died. And so growing up, I lacked that guidance that I needed from my Congolese mother in order to navigate Congolese womanhood, especially being outside of Congo. And so that's where I started Googling to sort of understand different things about my womanhood and about who I was. But unfortunately for me, I didn't find a lot of Congolese specific content. So I found women giving advice, but it was lacking that Congolese specificity. And so that's why I decided to create Her Majesty Congo, not only to celebrate the Congolese woman, but to also teach the Congolese woman different aspects of her womanhood, but including that Congolese element to it. So a silly example, for instance, if you're struggling with your in-laws, okay, and you're not too sure how to sort of deal with them, you can Google and you'll find things online, but sometimes you'll find things like, oh, just ignore them. But we know that in the Congolese community, you can't exactly ignore your in-laws. So it's sort of like teaching Congolese women, modern Congolese women, how to navigate all the complexities of being a woman, a Congolese woman in a global world, and sort of understanding how to take our culture and our traditions and sort of mix that with our modern world and see how you can grow as a woman within your community, within your household. And that's basically where the inspiration stems from.
That is so beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. I've taken my time to go through your page, and I've seen you shed a lot of light on Congolese women that are here, that are like diaspora, that are Congolese in South Africa. And I just want to know, like, how do you how do you find it, how do you relate with these women? What pushes you to say, okay, I'm inspired by this person and I want to write about her, and without expecting anything in return? What pushes you to do all this,
Yeah. Okay, so the very first point of relatability is Congo. So Congo is sort of our nucleus. It's the point that we have in common. So the very first thing that attracts me to a woman is the fact that she's from Congo. She has Congolese heritage. And so I find it exciting when I see fellow Congolese sisters doing amazing things in whatever industry it could possibly be. And so I want to take that woman and speak about her brand, about what she does, because growing up a young Congolese girl and not having my mother to look up to, I looked up to other Congolese women. And unfortunately, I think that there's so much noise on the internet that it's very difficult for you to know exactly what all your sisters are doing. So I wanted to create a centralized platform where you could see different Congolese women who are in music, who are in medicine, who are engineering, who are teachers, who are homemakers, and sort of share their experiences. And why nothing in return? Because I think that creating a sisterhood or creating a bond, a community, it should be free. The gratification that I get in knowing that many people are learning from these women, that's payment enough for me. And that's why I'm getting excited right now, because just being able to speak to fantastic Congolese women, for me, it still inspires me, although I'm not that grown, but I'm growing, but it still inspires me. And I know that many young girls out there are just like how I was, and that they can be inspired to. So that for me is payment enough. Just knowing that I'm sharing somebody's story, it's the best feeling in the world.
Yeah. And yeah, thank you for that. I mean, thank you for shining the light on women, especially, these days we really need to uplift each other. As they say, queens need to fix each other's crowns. And, thank you for that. Thank you for inspiring and motivating us to be the best versions of ourselves. I hope that one day I'll also land onto your page.
Of course, of course.
Yeah. And I'm just so happy to see what you're doing. Honestly, God bless your beautiful heart.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Keep on doing that. The next question is, what can the readers and viewers expect from Her Majesty Congo? Like, what can we expect? What are we looking forward to? What are you what do you have in store for us that you can surprise us with, in the next coming months, years? What can they expect?
Yeah, so Her Majesty Congo is an ambitious project, so viewers can expect quite a lot. Firstly, on the blog level, you can expect blog pieces on pretty much anything and everything. I'm talking about personal finances, fashion, beauty, culture, traditions, relationships, marriage, parenthood, parenting, motherhood, all of that good stuff. So anything that pertains to modern Congolese womanhood, you'll find it on that blog. And the nice thing about our blog is that I'm not the only writer, but it is open to people to submit entries. Okay. So people can, if you've got a story you'd like to tell or advice you'd like to give, but you don't quite have your own platform, or even if you have your own platform, we do accept submissions, and we'll be publishing experiences and posts from pretty much any Congolese woman. So on the side of the blog, you'll pretty much find anything that you need in order to grow within your womanhood. And also, we're planning for 2021, we're planning webinars, and there'll be different subjects. I won't give everything away, but there'll be a webinar on careers and how you can advance your career, how you can create a proper LinkedIn profile and a proper CV, and different industries specialists will come in and speak to the women to sort of guide them in their careers. We're going to have a marriage boot camp whereby we're going to have young women who have just gotten married or who are trying to get married, and we'll have OGs in this marriage thing, because I've only been married for 4 years. It's my anniversary today. But we'll have OGs in this.
Oh yes, and congratulations and happy anniversary to you and your hubby.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
Marriage is
much.
beautiful, guys. Get married.
I swear.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna have OGs in this marriage thing. We're gonna talk to young girls and sort of gonna impart some wisdom. We're gonna have different topics, different webinars. We're also planning a host of competitions. We're gonna have a yearly poetry competition. And Congolese women will have the opportunity to submit poetry with a specific theme and win amazing prizes. And we're going to have monthly lives where we're going to discuss on random things that just affect Congolese womanhood, such as colorism, infidelity, perhaps. We're going to talk about a lot of different things. So Her Majesty Congo, literally, it's your sister. You go for a sleepover, and y'all are chilling on a mattress and talking about stuff, just talking about stuff and sharing experiences. So that's what you can expect from Her Majesty Congo in a nutshell. And thank you for the happy anniversaries. I appreciate it, you guys.
Yes, everybody's just wishing you. That's so beautiful. Thank you, guys. That's amazing. Oh, and before I move on, how long have you been planning this whole Her Majesty blog? How long? Like when did you come up with the idea, and how long have you been working on it?
Okay, so the idea I think came up when I was about maybe like 19 or 20 years old. So about
that was like how many years ago?
You want to know my? I'm not shy. I'm 28 years. I'm 28 years old. I'm gonna put that out there for anyone who's trying to find out. I'm 28. So about like 9 or 8 years ago, just going through womanhood, like I said, without my own mom. And I was telling at the time he was my boyfriend, but I was telling him like I want to create like an online mom sort of situation. But that never really happened. You know, school, work, and having a baby. There was just a lot. But literally, Her Majesty Congo was born in, I think, June this year. And I started planning it in June this year. So it's been about 6 months.
Lockdown vibes.
Lockdown vibes, my dear, lockdown vibes.
Okay. All right. No, that's amazing. Okay. The next question that I have for you is, do you have any exciting projects that we should be looking forward to?
Yes, definitely. So somewhere next year, we're going to be launching our Her Majesty Congo merchandise. I'm not going to say what it is, but we are planning that. Yeah, and we are planning an annual business expo. So it's going to be an online exposition of women, Congolese women who own businesses and brands. We're going to be planning a huge exposition on that with just great offers for the viewers and for the business owners themselves. And like I said, a lot of webinars, but we're also planning some free online courses for Congolese women in little things like makeup. Like I suck at makeup. And I mean, we can get makeup videos anywhere on YouTube, but it's nothing like chilling with your girls, your Congolese girl, Bolo Mama Lingala, and she's just like telling you how to fix them lashes. You know what I mean? So we're gonna have different workshops like that, and so yeah, exciting things ahead. I don't want to give too much away, but as we progress, I'll be announcing all these events, these courses, these webinars, competitions as well. So yeah, a lot in store with Her Majesty Congo.
And we are excited to see what you have for us. We are excited. Great plans ahead.
Thank you.
I want to know, is this Her Majesty Congo, is it only going to be based on women, not men?
So you touched a very important point. I'm starting with Her Majesty Congo, but what is in the works is His Majesty Congo, which is our brother page, which will be run by Congolese men. And it will be similar, but sort of focusing on Congolese manhood. And so that will be our brother page. And of course, basically, there'll be places where we're going to merge. But for now, we're focusing on the women. We're growing this platform, and definitely men are on the horizon. And who knows, maybe even other African countries will be on the horizon as well.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We're excited for that. Do you have anything else that you'd like to share with us? You know, a bit on the whole blog, where we can find it and how we can go about with it.
Yeah, definitely. So the blog is officially live. It went up live earlier today.
Oh, okay.
It's on www.hermajestycongo.com. The link is in our bio. And please, guys, go ahead and subscribe so that you always get our updates on our competitions, on our blog posts, on our webinars. And yeah, we've also recently started a YouTube channel. So we'll be doing a lot of interviews with different women, and we'll be posting the interviews there. So we're trying to build this community as strong as we possibly can in order to influence the biggest number of people possible. And like I said, if you have got things that you'd like to submit, if you've got life experiences, or you just want to share a piece of advice, if you want to share knowledge, if you want to share a story, you can go to our website and email us, and we will publish your work. Because the point is to have many Congolese women just sharing their experiences. It can be on anything really. So you'll see we've got our submission guidelines on our website that is up already, and you can submit your work and then share it with the world. So it's a sisterhood. Come and join us. This is not a one-man show. Join us. If you've got suggestions, let us know. We're open.
Yes. We are open to suggestions, guys. Please DM Her Majesty Congo if you have anything that you'd like to share about yourself, anything that you'd like to write about. If you want the spotlight to be shed on you, do feel free to DM her. We are here to uplift each other, and that's on period.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, and yes, I'm seeing some people write they heard competition for the whole website. Yes, we'll have competition, exciting things, guys. Please go and subscribe. Go and subscribe onto www.hermajestycongo.com, right?
Exactly. Yes.
Yes. So I'm just gonna pin the whole website on here so that people can know where to find it. I hope I wrote it correctly.
Let me see, hermajestycongo.com. Yes, correct. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot to add that on our website we've got our business directory, and so we list different businesses and brands owned by Congolese women. So if you've got a business, it's completely free. We do list businesses, and then we share your products from time to time on our website, because the whole point is to uplift. So if you do have a business, a brand, please let us know. We'll post you on our website. And yeah, every week we just share what you produce and what you're selling.
For free.
Please feel free to contact us.
For free, right? You don't even charge them to post about them. They just gotta share it with you. You're gonna put it out there.
Exactly. It's for free, my dear.
Guys, use the opportunity. That's all I have to say. Use the opportunity. This is amazing. It's really amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for what you're doing. I mean, I'm really touched and inspired by your doings. Guys, this is beautiful. That's all I can say. So, Stella, can you give us any last words before we end?
I just really want to thank everybody. Thank you, Monique, first of all. Thank you so much. You've been absolutely amazing and such a breeze to work with, like no issues whatsoever. And that's what it's all about. Thank you so much. And thank you for all those who have joined this live. I really appreciate your support, your love, your enthusiasm. It's been absolutely awesome. I'm just really excited for what the future has in store for Her Majesty Congo. And yeah, I just hope we can build this community, build a strong community, and we can just help each other grow. So thank you so much to everyone.
Thank you.